Here we are at South Boston Speedway in Virginia, under the lights for the first time in the NSDCA for the running of the Exide Technologies 150. For 51 laps of action tonight here at South Boston, it's a TSR 1-2 with Larry Hagen taking the pole, his teammate Alex Fletcher to the outside. A lot of critics, a lot of people, a lot of fans. Not everyone, though, has ruled TSR out as championship contenders, as they are about 20 points back from the top 5 in points, but Hagen and Fletcher are trying to disprove that here today, as they will pace the field of green shortly. But last year's winner starts right there. P3, that is the 98 Stephen Wallace Jr. South Boston Racing Operation has been pretty quiet this year, outside of a win from Preston Emmons at Old Spice out in Montana, but outside of the road courses, haven't really seen too much of them. CRTS, they've been struggling to put a couple good races together. Maybe can they turn their luck around today, as you see his teammate Preston Emmons starting not too far back at P5, and just on the right side, Tim Foster, team co-owner, P15. But it's a one-off to Tim Wallace Jr.'s inside. Cody Goforth makes a surprise start for RER down in the MDCS, where he ran pretty good the second half of the season last season. South Boston was around the midpoint of the schedule last year, so I'm not exactly sure how he did then. Tonight, let's see what he can do from the third starting spot. Antoine Smith there in 5th. He's had a miserable season so far at Evernham. OnJAuto, not too much different. He's just been kind of riding around in the midfield. Alex Peters and Austin Murray sharing row number 4. Those two drivers have done double duty, and they've racked up a couple top 5s as well. Can they break through and win their first Mountain Dew Custom Series race? Preston Emmons, we already mentioned, starting P9, and Jacob Rose, another RER car, rounds out your top 10. But it's time to get the engines fired here in Virginia for the Exide Technologies 150.
Drivers, start your engines!
And although the last short track we went to, Myrtle Beach, was fairly clean, Steelback, it was alright, I'd have to say, on the cleanliness. This is just a tight track, narrow track, one groove racetrack, that's for sure. This is a bottom feeder, no doubt about it, and you just got to stay on the inside if you really want to have a challenge for some of these guys. You got to watch out for the inside wall, too. Spin a car down there, he'll come right back up the track. So you might see a bit of a race of attrition here tonight, but hopefully it is bearable. The two Dodges, the two Texas Star Racing Dodges, Larry Hagen, Alex Fletcher, get on the gas, leading them down. Green flag is out. We're racing at South Boston, and the outside gets the jump. Alex Fletcher, can he get past his team out on the high side, or will the bottom prevail early? Side by side into turn 3. Can't quite do it. Stephen Wallace Jr. did not get a good start himself. He's slipping back. Antoine Smith to the inside. Hagen's going to lead lap 1. Now hustling. Laps are going to fly by quick here. Now, can Cody Goforth sneak underneath Alex Fletcher for a second? He will. Fletcher way up the racetrack. That's going to allow alliance partner, currently satellite partner next year, Evernham Motorsports driver Antoine Smith to sneak by. Antoine's going to Shade Burkhart Racing the trucks next season, but he washes up. He's into the wall. He's not going to lose too much, though, because Fletcher is under pressure from Alex Peters. Oh, late look. He can't quite do it. Fletcher's going to have to stay in line right there and probably lose some more spots as Austin Murray slips by first. OnJAuto underneath Stephen Wallace Jr. as both South Boston Racing Operations cars are stuck high, but we forgot to mention in the pre-race about the championship battle. None of the top 5 in the point standing started in the top 5. It was Luke Rainey in 11th, and we have a caution out, but it was Rainey, Cloud, and Layne starting 11th, 12th, and 13th. Roger Rey's made up ground there on the bottom. And get a look at what happened. Austin Johnson, the other car in the top 5, and points a little bit further back. Looks like it's going to be Mike Cook and Riley Spurleytube involved, as the field has parked up trying to get in line there in turn 2. That could have been really bad. I don't think Spurleytube and Cook are going to get a lot more damage, but it just looked like a case of contact toward the back of the field. We'll get a replay of that and more here from South Boston in a moment. Riding around at the dead back end of the grid. Priya McShane washes up as well as Cook. Cook tries a checkup, gets into McShane, and Spurleytube just drives through Cook, who came down just a little bit. Those two are going to be the first 2 drivers with beat-up cars here today. Rockstar Energy provides this bumper cam from Priya McShane. Cook just gets there and gets cleaned out by Spurley too. Short track racing, that's going to happen. Under caution early here from Silva. We're back for the Exide Technologies 150 here tonight from South Boston. Larry Hagen leads over Cody Goforth, Alex Peters, Austin Murray, and Alex Fletcher. That's your top 5. All 35 cars remain toward the back of the grid as well. That was only Spurley Tube and Mike Cook putting us under this early caution. Luke Rainey, the first championship contender, first in the top 5 of points at least, is up into the top 10. How will Larry Hagen hold off the rest of the field on this restart? We'll have to wait and see. He got a good opening jump on the original start. Green flag's back out. He gets a pretty decent one there as well. Cody Goforth gets caught napping in a turn 2. Here comes Alex Peters to his inside. Alex Fletcher, the other Alex in the field today, slipping a little bit further back. He's got Antoine Smith to the inside, but Alex Peters got a good restart. He kept his tires warm under the caution, and he's got his sights set on Larry Hagen. But it's going to be Murray fighting Goforth. Team owner Sebastian Kuklon probably trying to run this 10 car as much as he can toward the end of the season. We got a car on pit road. That's Patrick Smith. Can't tell what was wrong. Looks like he just had to come down for something. I just think team boss Sebastian Kuklon, owner of Rockstar Energy Racing, is trying to run this 10 car as much as he can for the rest of the season, although he's slipping up high right now. Goforth is. Just because Mountain Dew Custom Series car counts are going to be strapped a little bit for CRTS and SDCS teams as, ooh, look at this. Getting a little bit racy there for third. Looks like the 54 backs out of it. Yeah, it's only going to be two cars. 2 full-time, 2 part-time, 1 and 1, whatever. You can't have 2 full-time and a part-time car. So this 10 car, the 21 car that Jay Jefferson's running deep in the field, those cars are not going to be able to run next season. So that's why a lot of these, you're going to see some more teams enter these part-time cars that they know they can't use next season. Still getting more pressuring. Oh, Alex Peters really slid up. Austin Murray really pressuring him, and that's allowed Peters to make a mistake. It's going to be Murray, the Canadian, to the inside, fighting side by side for second. Larry Hagen controlling the lead so far. Give it to Murray. Peters up the track a little bit again. He's going to be fine. Looks like Hagen got up the track a little bit there. Right to Preston Emmons, though. Stephen Wallace Jr. won this race last year. CFRO trying to do it again. He's got up there to P5. A little further back, Luke Rainey, P8, trying to make on the charge. The OnjAuto teammates, 9th and 10th, OnJack and Rey. OnJack is good at these short tracks. Rey's racing for a possible championship, and OnJack's going to get out of his way. Rainey passing there again. It's side by side once again for the 5th spot. Goforth trying to make a move. He sticks it into turn 1 and 2. He's still got the car down there. That 10 car, although it's not the best equipment, they've got a driver in it that has confidence. Give Goforth P5 back. Further on back there is Logan Cloud. Stephen Walsh Jr.'s really felt the effects of the high side. He can't get down there into turn 1 properly. That allows Matthew Brown to the inside trying to capitalize. Brown's finally moving up to the CRTS next season. Oh, Brown, watch it, buddy. Oh, man, really rim riding that 98. A lot of these drivers aren't willing to back out as, oh, man, Matthew Brown has turned up the aggression here tonight. He almost swept out Jacob Rose, nearly gets into the back of him there again. Matthew Brown trying to be Mr. Excitement here tonight on this Bullring short track. Mid-South Automotive has really fallen off, I'd have to say, since the restart. Colton Layne started high up in the field. He is down to 20th that time by the line. Austin Johnson trying to fight for what he can to stay in this championship fight. Further on back, everybody's cycling through side by side. Couple rows deep back here. Jeffrey Finguy, Max Anderson, Tim Foster in the thick of it. Mike Cook, even with the damaged car, still racing hard. Further on back, Casey Mears not having a good day. Oh, man, he gets into the wall there. Mikey Amakazi not up to speed as well. Larry Hagen might get some lap traffic here soon. Patrick Smith is already 1 lap down. Yeah, he's only 1 lap down. After a quick breather right there, looks like Antoine Smith has a good short track car here tonight. He's got up past Alex Peters, the other red-white car up here in the top 5. He's got his sights set on Austin Murray. Larry Hagen is checking out similar to what he did at Road America. We got a crash. Jeffrey Finguy up in the air on top of the wall. Oh, boy. That's a crash. Mikey Yamakaze able to drive away. He's going to be one lap down. Oh boy, come on, watch it, boys. Don't stack up. Oh, Bobo Jones is going to get... he should be alright. I think we're actually going to be alright. This is just a short bull ring. These guys racing back, they whip around. It doesn't surprise me if they plow into cars. That's the words I'm trying to spit out of my mouth. But yeah, Mike Cook, his day is pretty much done. But Jeffrey Finguy on top of the wall here at South Boston. We saw Matthew Brown get into the air here last season. And I believe Tim Foster back in Season 3. But oh, Larry Hagen's got damage. Hagen's got damage. He's hit a car in the stack up. Who did Larry Hagen hit? We're going to have to see a look at that. But I'm not sure if he's going to come down pit road. We'll have to watch for that as Mike Cook is leaving the pit. So he's going to return back onto the track in that wrecked car. But yeah, Jeffrey Finguy probably out of this one. Mikey Yamakaze not coming down pit road. So looks like Finguy is going to end up being credited for last place here today in the Exide Technologies 150. Larry Hagen is not coming down. So I guess his damage is good enough. Let's see a replay of that crash. Slow motion here in a turn 3. Look at how far Mike Cook is back compared to Jeffrey Finguy here. Matthew Eves, mid-corner drift. He's going to work it underneath Finguy, trying to capitalize the inside line. But he's got Mike Cook barreling in. A kamikaze move to the inside. And they just pinch together, nowhere to go. Finguy gets slammed in front of the wall. Mike Cook sees his front tires get up into the air as well. Matthew Eves is going to come out of this pretty okay. But Finguy catches the fencing a little bit. Mikey Yamakaze took the high line, couldn't get down. He hits the underside of the 92. But as we follow Mike Cook, we're going to see what happened to Larry Hagen. Finguy got some assistance off of the wall, drove away. He's actually coming back out on the track. But Larry Hagen doesn't know how fast these guys are going. Tries to get woed up. Hits the back of the 35, who was already wounded from coming to pit. And that's how Larry Hagen, our race leader, has some nose damage. Jeffrey Finguy, deep in the field here today, is a victim of short track action. Oh, he just hit the kind of where the wall was just curved coming off of 4, and that just kicked him up. And Yamakaze didn't really help him enough. But the crazy thing is, he is driving away. He is going to return to the racetrack. Larry Hagen's view of what happened under caution as to why he gets some damage. Too much throttle. Those guys all just bunched up. Nowhere to go. It's unfortunate. We'll have to see when we go back to green flag conditions how much of a factor it will play the second half of the Exide Technologies 150.
This is what you use for maximum performance on the racetrack. And this is what you use for maximum performance off the track. Extends is the ultimate male enhancement. Over 1 billion tablets of Extends have now been taken by men.
We're so sure Extends will improve your sex life, we're going to give you a week's supply absolutely free. All you pay for is the postage stamp.
If Extends didn't do something pretty amazing, could we afford to do this? Call now for your free week's supply of Extends. You have nothing to lose, but a lot to gain.
Outwork. Outdo. Outwill. Out of your element. Out of time. Out of ideas. Get it out. Out of nowhere. Outthink. Out of the woods. And only then, outlast.
The intensity ratchets up in a double rematch.
The plan is to start fast, start aggressive.
Kazuchika Okada takes on Sanada.
Oh, Sonata!
Plus, Hiroshi Tanahashi battles Kota Ibushi on the 13th night of G1 Climax 29. On Access TV Saturday Slam.
Springboard drop kick.
All new 2-hour special. Saturday on Access TV.
One more lap of pacing here under our second caution, the Exide Technologies 150. Mike Cook has came down multiple times for service. He remains on the track. Jeffrey Finguy got a little tow hook off the pit wall. He remains on track. Patrick Smith with his little bit of damage. comes back out on the track as well. Monkey Yamakaze did not pit. He lines up where he cycled across the line under caution. And race leader Larry Hagen has some minor damage after hitting Smith as they bunched up, waiting for the pace car. Green flag is back out. How will the remaining about 22 laps left of the Exide Technologies 150 fair? Hagen got a great launch. Can he hold it? Murray's going to have to play defense here on Antoine Smith. Alex Peters really blows turn 3. He goes high, but they're side by side behind them. Evans and Goforth have been fighting hard all race, and they fight once again. Looks like Luke Rainey as well, trying to capitalize on this as well, as Fletcher is under pressure from Rey. Like Roger Rey has a little bit of damage there as well. Jesse Turner's on pit road. No clue why. Didn't see any issue. Looked like Mike Cook may have pit once again. Not sure, but looks like Antoine Smith feeling now pressure there from Alex Peters, side by side racing for third. Smith can't slam the door into turn 3, and Austin Murray has a big run on Larry Hagen for the race lead, but he entered turn 1 just a little bit too low and has to scrub a lot of speed. Yes, Mike Cook was on pit road once again. A lot of damage there for the 89 as they try to sort out their issues. We are green so far since the restart. Austin Murray racing hard on the back bumper of Larry Hagen. Do we see anything into turn 3? Hagen exited a bit high, but he uses that momentum to slam it down into the corner. It really looks like Hagen's getting some good drive off. Austin Murray enters turn 1 pretty shallow once again. Can't do much with that. Looks like Cody Goforth has really lost time on the high side. Yes, he has. He's out of the top 10 now, as Luke Rainey may lose some ground here in the championship, as Roger Rey has passed him, and he gets pinned to the outside. Logan Cloud there getting past him. That won't help matters any for them as well. Back up to the front real quick. Murray still trying to hound Larry Hagen. Can't quite do anything just yet. Still a lot of racing left to go. Jacob Rose working the high line. He's not really a short tracker himself. So if a big short tracker like OnjAuto gets by, that's not too much of a surprise. Big racing here in the midfield is Toyota Racing Development having a very good run. A lot of their 68 and the 6 started deep in the field. Matthew Brown trying to salvage what he can on the high side there in the 0-1. He was getting aggressive earlier. He's got to get aggressive to make his way up the field once again. Looking further on back, one little flash by through the back of the field. Caution lights are out. What's happened? Oh my! Jesse Turner, a big accident there. Oh, man. Turner is out. And Austin Murray is your race leader? Oh, he missed a lead change looking at the back of the grid. But that caution could have not come at a better time for Austin Murray, because he has taken the race lead here from South Boston. Let's get some replays. What happened to Turner and this change for the lead. While we were away, Austin Murray, right on the back bumper of Larry Hagen, keeps the foot on the floor. May have given just a little tap there through 1 and 2, and he just takes it there through 3 and 4 as we come around. Jesse Turner is in the pit wall. Murray got very close to hitting Turner, I'll admit that, but he is your race leader. In a similar fashion to what Mike Cook did earlier, 2 cars entering high, Turner sailing it in deep, trying to prevent his teammate Scott Roush from getting passed by Casey Mears. Turner's okay, but Mears clips the back of the 67, panicking because of the 29. And once again, Ditech teammates make contact, and a vicious impact for Jesse Turner into the sand attenuators at the end of the pit wall, designed to soften impacts, but I guarantee you that is not a soft impact, and Jesse Turner has gotten a little bit of assistance to load himself into the ambulance, but he is awake and alert. Real speed with Jesse Turner. Brace for impact, folks. Oh, he just... no chance. And a rough night gets an early end for the 2019. And because this is just a short race and the green flag action is just so high-packed, I'm going to take you a little bit through the field here. So Larry Hagen's damage may have not really affected him. He just got outraced there by Austin Murray before an untimely caution. Does not work in Hagen's favor. Antoine Smith, good day in third. Alex Peters, Preston Emmons, strong as well in the top 5. Roger Rey, first of the true championship contenders there in 6th. Jacob Rose, really good day on a short track for him, 7th. Alex Fletcher, 8th. Peter Runjack, 9th. And Cody Goforth in a one-off rounds out the top 10. 2 more championship contenders there, Cloud and Rainey. John Dilks making his way up. Cloud better watch out for him because those two have some bad blood. Not really sure where the 53 got his damage, but Max Anderson gonna have to do something with that there. Colton Layne in the 14. He leads Roger Rey in the standings by 22 points. I believe that's going to get shaken up here today. Being there through the rest of your field. One last time before we go green. The only car out of the race is Turner. Yes. We will be under 10 laps to go by the time we go green. Just one more lap. Austin Murray. He has RBSTS wins. He does not. He has Crown Royal Truck Series wins. He does not have Mountain Dew Custom Series win. He did not win with OnjAuto. He's trying to be the second man. Logan Cloud, the only other, to win in all 3 series this season, and those two are possibly the two in the tightest fight for the Crown Royal Truck Series Championship. What goes down here? Anything can happen. It's a short track. Prepare for fenders to be used. We're back green. Hagen hounds Murray. Murray goes wide. Hagen right back to the inside. He doesn't want to be denied this race. But Murray slams the door through 3 and 4. He's not taking anything. Antoine Smith really falling back. Looks like Roger Rey there up to 5th. Jacob Rose being forced high, but we want to take a look here at the race up front. Murray's got a little bit of drive in him. He might have a longer run car. Somebody's on pit road again. That is Mike Cook. Oh, Antoine Smith really wide there. It's going to be a race between the top 2 unless they get together. Here comes Hagen. A big run underneath to the inside. No contact. Murray keeps it clean, gives him the space. Hagen takes the lead, back 5 to go. One last look through the field. Are we clean? Side-by-side action. A lot of positions being swept. We're going to recap that toward the end. Hagen now can't make any mistakes. Austin Murray has to drive his heart out to the inside. He got a good run off of 4, trying to take the lead back. How will the outside fare for Larry Hagen? He's keeping his foot in the throttle, but it won't matter. Side by side down the back straightaway. Coming to 3 laps to go through 3 and 4. Who's going to take it? Looks like it's going to be Murray, a runoff, but Hagen still has time. He's got his teammate coming there behind him. Alex Fletcher trying to get past Antoine Smith, can't quite do it. Roger Rey is falling back. Cordell Smith in the top 10, and Logan Cloud's gotten past Roger Rey for the fight in the championship. But it's 2 laps to go here from South Boston. Will we stay green to the finish? Does Hagen have time? He's about a half second back. He's going to need Austin Murray to make a mistake if he wants to take this race win back. Fletcher all over the back of Antoine Smith. To the outside for Fletcher. That's really not going to work. I think he got faked out there. White flag is out one more time around. 0.4 of a mile left. Austin Murray sailing ahead for Johnson Performance. Logan Cloud did it at the last short track in Myrtle Beach. It's going to happen again. All 3 series winner, number 2, Austin Murray. He takes it as Scott Roush is stalled at the finish line. And Logan Cloud drag race. He beat Roger Rey for a couple points there in 7th. We'll have to see what happened to Scott Roush. Was it a mechanical issue? Yes, his brakes failed. I don't know why he parked it on track, but he did. So, heartbreak for Scott Roush. Just a poor race for Ditech in general. But Austin Murray comes through and takes the victory. Steals it from Larry Hagen. But still a great day for TSR and the TSR Evernham group. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 7th. Alex Peters gets another top 5. He's been dangerously quietly consistent this season. P6, Cody Goforth in his one-off start. Roger Rey 8th. Preston Emmons 9th. OnJack 10th. In the 11th to 20th bracket. Jacob Rose really fell down on the high side. He was 20th. Stephen Wallace Jr. could not repeat. He's 18th. Luke Rainey slipped to 17th. Colton Layne, Austin Johnson 14th and 15th. rest of your finishing results have probably passed by on your screen. That is going to do it for myself here from South Boston. A fun little race, a fun little short track here in Virginia. We will see you next time for the biggest track on the schedule, the biggest super speedway on the schedule, the biggest oval on the schedule. Big, 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 it's Talladega. The wrecks may be big, who knows, but I just know what will carry over is the big action. From a commentator who seems to like the word big, signing off from South Boston.